As you can tell, we are starting things out somewhere else. I'm going to do a general video while there's nobody here. First of all, the T61 is still here, it's still alive, still kicking. Nothing else really needs to be said on that subject. The modem is still sitting there, still working. Barely, but it's still working. The router is still sitting here, still working. Again, barely, but it's working, I guess. So, there's one thing. We recently actually got new curtains. It's beautiful outside today. I'm planning on going out and maybe doing something useful. See, that's basically how they work. Real nice things. The old ones were kind of, shall we say, ripped up and kind of destroyed. Yeah, kind of destroyed. There's everybody's favorite furred friend. Snoring as usual. Likes the sunlight. See what he does when I do this. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm not that rude. Here, see? Happy. We got that. That, I don't really know much to talk about. I don't know where it came from, or what its purpose is going to be. Oh. It's that. So there's that. Strider is still here. You're getting to see stuff that you don't normally see. This is what makes people famous on YouTube right here, is walking around. I wonder if that even works. That's gonna need some attention. I don't know if the lights work, but that certainly doesn't. Let's find out. Yep, both the lights work. Good, cool. Just what we need. That needs to be fixed. That's really bad. All this is working. There's actually a light now. What? There's only one bulb in there? How cheap is that? Well, maybe I'll have to fix that. I don't know. It's incandescent. We don't have many of those. And the fan works. Makes a lot of noise, and it's kind of leaking out the back there. I think that's water. Maybe it's grease from on top of that thing. Can't imagine any reason why. But maybe it is. This still works. And all that fancy stuff.
Series loss. Steve, I think we can be pleased they didn't lose to the Leafs.
Microwave. It's still just as big of a piece of shit as it used to be. Here, we'll test it out. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not a good thing to do. Save that for the crappy camcorders. Recently replaced a filter in this thing, which serves water. Yes, that was a huge waste. No, I don't particularly care, because water is actually really cheap around here. That's one of the only things that is cheap. Let's go down here. I don't think anybody's home, so I'm probably going to be fine doing this. My dad is actually in North Carolina right now. So there you go. Holy crap, it is dark down here. It's one of the reasons why I hate CFLs. They take forever to turn on. That's still here. I'm wondering if I could possibly use that as a studio decoration. Of course, I don't have space for it. It's not mine. I don't want to break it or anything like that. It's mostly just a collector's piece. It probably works, but I don't know for sure. Has this ever changed since I've been in here? Anyways, that's still kicking. And working and just fine. Everything is just fine. What a f***ing mess. He's an amateur. Mine's at least 10 times worse. Yes, there are TVs in this house, but they're not mine, because we all know I don't even own a TV. Probably didn't get my video muted for that. Oh, what's in here? Not much of anything. The Mac Mini is sitting right there. It looks so out of place. in this big, huge thing right here, because that white box over there used to be in here. And now there's this tiny little Mac Mini sitting right there. That's probably going to need some upgrades at some point here in the near future. It's running kind of slow. But anyways, I think that's enough wool gathering. That random crap. Look at the collection of, almost called them VCRs, of VHS tapes. I'm going to have to stop this recording soon because my camera is almost out of batteries. That's not the point of any of this. See, the point of this is mainly to talk about things that are going on elsewhere, with stuff that I happen to own. So we're going to go back up, and I don't know what that is, but it needs to go away. Let's see. You can definitely tell when you're coming back up here, because you can hear fans. It's that time of year again, folks. The fans are coming out for the summer season. And they're working just fine. Again, I'm probably going to get cut off here because the camcorder will run out of batteries. Actually, I've got a good idea. So I'm going to pause this recording and I'll get the good idea in place. Like I was saying, the Sunbeam is out. It's running just fine. Probably needs to be cleaned, but I don't really care too much about that. The cheapo sitting over there is working just fine as well. No problems with it. And today I've decided that I'm going to be cleaning up the junk that is sitting over there, and I'm going to be taking out the Homestyles fan that is sitting right there. And we're going to see if that works as well. I think it will, but I don't know. That's the one that I fixed last year after the capacitor exploded. Well, it didn't literally explode, but it burnt a wire that was going off of the capacitor and it wouldn't start. So I fixed that, and we'll see if it's got problems again. I've almost forgotten about this. A lot of people have asked, I'm not sure why, but... Huh. I can actually use that. But anyways, they've asked about the avocado green. Everything that's in here in the vintage light, of course. That's probably the most important part. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to change a bulb in this if it dies, but it's never died. It's been in there for, well, as long as I've been alive anyways. But this has been changed. In fact, it's actually really been changed. And I'm not even sure if it works. Yeah, no, it's low flow. It works like shit. The sink is kind of messed up. I mean, obviously, as you can tell. Look at that. Look at how screwed up that is. Wow. But everything else is okay. It's got all that in there. And the switch plate, well, not everything else. The fan's kind of busted as well. I mean, you can see it up there. Struggling to turn. It needs oil. Needs a lot of oil. Just for comparison, this is what a real toilet sounds like. You know, it actually has the power to flush stuff instead of just basically spinning turds around in the bowl. Alright, enough of that crap. No pun intended. If you'll notice, I haven't been uploading videos a lot recently, and it is because there have been a lot of projects going on. This has been the subject of an ongoing battle, this T500 that you're looking at, for probably the last 2 months, maybe even 3 months if you can go back that far. I don't think it's gone back that far though, but it's been for a while, and I recently put the finishing touches on that particular project, so you'll see that in the video. The T42P, which I had been using in the meantime while the T500 was recovering from all of the various issues, which is sitting in that bag that you can see right there. It's on the top. That one actually died. It needs a new motherboard because the board's got some serious flex issues. But I talk about that in the video about this because originally I was going to have both of those two projects lumped into one video. But that's obviously not going to work out now that I know what the actual problem is. You can see there's a hard drive on the bed. I actually recently just took that out of the netbook, in fact this morning actually, and I put a 320 gigabyte C-HATE in there. that I got from, repair. Wasn't originally in there, but I put that in there because this thing, I don't know what's wrong with it, but it seems to be awfully slow. And the same thing could be said about the SSHD, that, yes, I will give a little bit of a spoiler anyways. I actually just took out of the, it's right there. I took out of the, T500. But it's been having issues as well. Kind of slow, annoying. So I decided I would replace it. But you won't see what I replaced it with until you watch that video, which I'm hoping to have uploaded at some point here in the very near future. And it looks like my camera's come unplugged, which is great. So I'll have to plug that back in, and I'll talk about some other projects that have been going on. I'm looking into possibly getting hard drive upgrades, there we go, for the T410. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen, because I recently rearranged some files, and it's actually, it's a lot less of a dire situation, the hard drive space problem is. So I don't think I'll really be upgrading that at all. It's really the backup storage space that I need more of, but I'm not really sure when or if I'm going to do anything about that either. I'm sure some of you are probably going to look at this and wonder what the hell happened. First of all, no, I didn't get pissed off with the VCR DVD combo unit. I actually got ticked off with the netbook that's sitting on top of it, and started, pummeling it with my fists because it would not work. And so this fell out. A little piece broke off the end, but it should be no problem because the door flap that actually opens it up is still intact. So I could probably just put this back in and take it apart and do all that. It's actually kind of bent in now that I've done that, so hopefully I can fix that. It wouldn't really matter. I don't use the VCR component anyways, and it probably works like crap. It's a modern VCR, let's not kid ourselves. But there we go. I'll have to fix that. That might be done today, it might not be. I'm not going to make a video of it because there's no point. That all has to go in the trash. You can see I committed a cardinal sin and bought a brand new flip clock. That is exactly what that is. Surprisingly works well for what it is, but let's not kid ourselves. It's kind of a modern piece of junk. Hard to set, I will tell you that much. That thing was such a huge pain in the butt to set. I had to roll it over 3 times before I managed to get it somewhat close to the actual time. And it's still not quite accurate, but then again, all of these clocks are on a different time, as you can probably tell. There's one missing. It fell off that clock over there, the Panasonic, and fell behind this table, so I'm going to have to do some rescue operations in order to get that back. But hopefully it won't take too long. Just means I have to take all this junk out of here, which I'm probably planning on doing anyways, because today is big cleaning day. I'm going to be doing all of this stuff that's right here by the desk area. I'm not going to be doing any cable management, at least not that I'm planning, but I'm going to definitely be cleaning out some of this other crap, because it needs to go. It needs to go. I mean, look at that. What a disaster. Anyways, you don't need to comment about it because I already know. I don't think I did make a video of that. The PQ15 Casio clock with its thermometer. Yeah, that is a pun. What else did I buy recently? I went to the thrift shop, there we go, and picked up some bitchin' the shiznits IBM speakers from the 90s. I believe they were matched to an IBM Aptiva that was not there. In fact, there was nothing IBM there at all, except for these speakers. Paid about $8 for them. Even got the box. Did not get the power supply, but they work just fine on 7.5 volts, even though they're supposed to be 12 volts. But they're fine. They work, and they work fairly well. I also didn't get the subwoofer, and this stupid camera's come unplugged again. How annoying is that? I didn't get the subwoofer, but that doesn't really matter, because I don't really have space for the subwoofer anyways. Come on. What the hell, seriously? Oh, what a pain in the ass. Anyways. So, there's that. I think that's all that I've bought recently. I've been looking for, mostly more hard drives and, other various things related to that. This has been going well, I'll tell you that much. Hello. Okay. I think that's it. I'm not sure if you saw the keyboard swap that I did, but I've got the Microsoft Internet Keyboard Pro back up here. I've got it hooked up to the netbook, and I took its keyboard and hooked it up to the Compaq, and the Apple keyboard is actually going to be going away into its box, which is sitting underneath that mess. I think that's all that I need to talk about in terms of updates. There's not really much else that I've needed to do, or that I have done. Just a lot of videos that are going to be up and coming because I'm way behind on my editing, and I've got time now to actually do this stuff because I'm not working, an 8 to 8 shift every day. So I've got time to do all this junk, and hopefully the video activity will pick up in the coming weeks, but I'm not going to make any promises because I know that when I do make promises, that it won't actually happen. In fact, this is the third time I've shot this video, because every time I forget about it and then it gets out of date, which is the reason why I don't like making general update videos like this, because they get out of date really quickly, and given the track record that I have with actual editing, it tends to cause a couple of problems with that. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, do feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Until then. Also thought I'd talk about temperature. It's kind of hot outside, but it's not quite hot in here. You can see, this is what a real thermostat looks like, folks. I think the time is wrong, though. Yeah, the time is wrong. It's still on DST, or not on DST. So I'm going to set that right now. For those that need instructions, you hit set present day and time, and then you put that up. I guess you can only control the minutes, which is kind of annoying. And this membrane button is not exactly in the best shape anymore either. Shouldn't be too hard to do this. It's 11:25 about right now. Pressing it with my thumb actually seems to work a little bit better. There you go. I don't think you need to press it the other time there, but I do just because I can. And that should be it. It should be set now.